In this week's Pets Practice, Lisa visits the students at Templestowe College. Nigel performs another animal rescue. Dr. Kevin has the pleasure of opening a new animal swimming pool to help rehabilitate, strengthen and build confidence in our pets. First though, Flick's trick. This week is the crawl.
Hi and welcome to Flick's Tricks. I'm Julia and this is my beautiful Border Collie Flick. I love it when dogs are thinking harder and using their bodies harder to learn and perform fun tricks. And today's trick does just that. We're going to have some fun right now teaching the dogs to crawl along the ground. It's best to teach this skill on a comfortable floor like carpet or grass. Some dogs are a little bit precious and won't do this skill on concrete or gravel, as you'd be pretty uncomfortable. You'll also need lots of yummy treats as rewards for your dog. It's important to have set criteria for this skill and reward when the dog is in position. For me, Flick needs to be in a square, drop or down, and sneak along the ground without raising her back too high. I reward her for being low, and I don't give her any rewards when she stands up. I'd like to introduce my rookie dogs and their owners. We've got Sharon with Eddie and Luke with Noodle. To start off, we're going to load our hand with a heap of treats. And when I say a heap, a whole handful. And then bobbing down and getting our dogs into that down position. It is nice to sort of have that square down instead of off to the side, giving the food for being down, okay? Then I'm gonna move that food a little bit forward and I got a couple of paw movements and then I give her another treat. A couple of paw movements and then give her another treat. So give it a try with these guys. That's it. And then once they've done a little bit, release and reward. Lots of pats, lots of play, and let them know they've done a really good job. If you find that your dog is standing up, what you might try to do is have a hand just hovering above their shoulder blades. So if they go to stand up, they'll hit their shoulder blades on your hand and go back down into that drop position.
Animal Rescue, Nigel speaking. Now this is a job that I do almost on a daily basis, but this one is a little bit different because the people have been away on holidays. Once again, a possum's come down a chimney and we can see the mess that he's started to make as he's been trying to find his way to get out of the house. Looking at this, I think he's been in here for at least 3 to 4 nights. Well, the thing we've got to do now is find him. So let's go for a search. We'll follow the trail where he's been. You can see all the footprints around. Yep, he's been down the back. There's a lot of urine all scattered down here. We can see down here we've got lots of droppings. He's obviously been sitting on the top of here, looking around, probably out that window saying, I want to get out. Because down here we can see lots of droppings, footprints. Well, the kitchen's the next place to have a look around in. Let's see, oh, okay. We've got lots of urine on the bench here. Droppings in the stove. They've spent a lot of time in this back corner. You can see all the marks on the wall and sometimes they will actually chew the wires. And there's been activity through the sink. I can see all the footprints and lots of droppings. Now as I'm sort of looking around at some of these droppings, we've got some big ones and some small ones. So I've got oh wow, look at this here. They've spent a lot of time on this bench. I bet you they've been looking outside thinking, I want to get out, I want to get out. But looking at some of these droppings and how small that they are, and looking at some of the bigger droppings that we've got, I've got a feeling that we could actually have a couple in here.
We've returned here to Aquapaws on the Mornington Peninsula for the opening of their brand new dog pool. Joe, this must be really exciting for you.
It's a great day, Dr. Kevin, and thanks for coming along.
My pleasure. Something that you've always planned, having this dog pool?
Yes, always been on the cards, and it's an extension to our current business of canine rehabilitation. And we are using it for more progressive rehabilitation cases and fitness programs for dogs and show conditioning programs as well.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
It's great. Dogs love it, owners love it.
Excellent. Well, I feel really honoured to be here for the opening of this amazing dog pool. So should we grab these scissors and cut the ribbon?
I think we shall.
Excellent. I officially declare the Aquapaws dog pool open.
Let's go swimming, everybody.
Wow! Check this out. Fantastic.
There we go. How you doing? Nigel, it's great seeing you here at Aquapaws supporting your very good friend Joe.
Yeah, so I've known Jo since she was 14 and I've watched her develop and grow over the years. She's always had a great interest in dogs, and to see her build this facility and her dream come true is just fantastic.
Yeah, as a veterinary professional, I'm really excited to see this and recommend clients to come down here, not only for dogs that are in serious need after surgeries, but also for those people that just want to have some fun with their dog, and also those that want to improve conditioning.
That's right. This is going to benefit so many dogs in so many different ways, from healthy dogs to dogs that aren't well, that need that rehabilitation.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Nigel. Now, on a separate note, how are things going with you with the wildlife?
Well, this time of the year, now that spring is just starting upon us now, the magpies have come out. My phone's starting to run hot because the magpies are swooping all the kids at schools and kindergartens and kids in streets. So I've actually got a couple of jobs I've got to rush out to, so I can't hang around for the whole day here. So I'm about to jump in the car and go and catch some magpies.
Sounds like a busy time for you.
It certainly will be over the next 12 weeks now.
Dennis, this is your beautiful dog, Lucy. If Lucy's ready and willing, I'd love to see her in the pool.
Sensational. We'll have a go. What do you think,
Excellent.
Luce?
Hey, Luce.
Want to get in the water?
Hey? So the lead is then attached to her. She goes in by herself, and then you basically walk along the side and direct her, so to speak.
Yep.
Out here or down the other end? Down the other end. Okay, this way, this way. Look at you go. Come on, this way. She'll go for the side. This way.
Good girl, Lucy.
Okay, Luce, this one. Good girl. Good
Okay,
girl.
this is it. Final stretch.
Luce. Here. Come on, here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Look at you go.
She's had enough.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Luce. Here we go. Very good. Up to daisy. Very good. That's it. Good girl. Good girl.
Well, Lucy did a pretty amazing job there. Obviously, you can still tell she's got her L plates on, as
Absolutely.
you said, Dennis.
Yes.
But you can really see how well she's going to benefit from having this on a regular basis. Jo, was her, I suppose, rehabilitated. What are the plans for her? Is she going to be having this twice a week, once a week? She's still going to be in the hydrotherapy tank?
She'll still be doing hydrotherapy because that's more muscle building. This is still more cardiovascular fitness, and she needs both to deal with what she has to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's getting there.
Yeah, I'd be very interested to know how she goes, so stay in touch, and
Obviously I
very,
will.
very lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
and
Dr.
obviously
Kevin.
Very lovely to meet you, Lucy. She's a very special girl.
She's a very special girl, and she can't really express her sentiment, but on behalf of her, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Kevin, for today, and especially Jo, because without Jo, Lucy really wouldn't be here. So Jo's done a sensational job with her.
Right.
Animal Rescue, Nigel speaking. I've checked all of the rooms around the house, and the last room we've got is the kids' bedroom. So I've had them in all sorts of weird and wonderful spots where we get them sitting in behind books in bookcases. Okay, what have we got? A couple of tubs. They like to get into tubs in different sorts of areas. I've actually seen them in drawers before, full of soft toys, and the possum's been in the middle of them, and you've had to pick the possum out from all the soft toys. What a cute koala. Oh, not in behind. Oh, come on, guys, where are you? Okay, into the bed. Oh, I think I found something. Oh yeah, we've got some fur down the back down here. Ah, there we go, there he is. Oh no, we've got two. I was right, we've got a mum and a big baby. This is the type of situation I'd expect them to be hiding in. Being a nice, tight, confined area is what the possums like. And I can see that they've been in this area for quite a few nights to be able to create all that damage and mess on the walls. But we've got mum here, or little baby I should say, on the left, and mum's hiding there on the right. So I'm about to go in and capture them and get them back outside. Bag, I think it's time that we extract these two guys out. Little fella's nice and easy. There we go. It's a little boy we've got there. So he goes straight into the bag, and now we use a bag and not a cage. That way the possums can't injure themselves in the cage. There's no injuries that the possum can get from being in one of these special bags. So we'll tie that one up and we'll grab mum and we'll just carry them both straight outside together. Oh, mum's decided to climb up. She might end up on top of the bed. She's going up a very tight gap there. Oh no, she's coming down. Here she comes. Rightio. Don't you run up my leg. Oh, now she's urinating. Now that's a very normal reaction of a possum when you pick them up, is that they do urinate. And I've made sure she's doing it on the floor and not on the carpet or on the bed there. So that's a good sign to show me that she's still got liquid inside of her, that she's not totally dehydrated. So I think she's now finished. So we'll pick her up straight outside. Okay, we'll just take them both outside so we can check them over so we don't have any more urine inside. Okay, now she's in pretty good condition, but there's been a good possibility that she's actually been in the house for up to a week now without any food or water. She's a little bit light in body weight. Now there's one thing about possums that people don't really understand or realise, and that is that their fur falls out of their body. Just like the lizard skinks drop their tails when they're attacked by other animals. So when another possum, a cat or a dog or a human tries to grab a possum by its back or its back of the neck, that's what happens. The fur falls out. Now that hasn't harmed the possum in any way. That's their natural fighting mechanism to be able to escape, to get away from the animal that's attacking them. You can't even see where it's come out of her back there at all. We've got the little baby on top of mum's back here at the moment. I'm just checking for body weight to make sure that they're okay. And because they've been in the house for up to a week now without any food or water, I feel as though that these two should be sent off to a wildlife shelter just for 3 or 4 days to make sure we give them plenty of food and plenty of moisture. Now, the last thing we have to do here today is to seal the chimney off and the flue to make sure that this never happens again, and then these guys will be brought back to here in a couple of nights and released back in their own territory.
When I was in school, one of the most exciting excursions I went on was to Melbourne Zoo. Now, we didn't get to go behind the enclosures, but we learnt some crazy things about the animals. The school I'm taking you today, however, is breaking the mould when it comes to learning about animals. The zoo, it's right here. Let me show you what I mean. Templestowe College in Melbourne's inner east has some very interesting residents, and today you and I are going to meet them. This school runs a unique elective, allowing students to care for different species of animals, and teacher Duncan Sadler is pioneering the way.
Duncan, thank you so much for having us here today.
Not at all, thanks for coming out.
Oh, it's great. You've got so many beautiful species of animals. How many do you think you've got on site?
I think we'd have well over 40 different species. We've got snakes, lizards, frogs, birds, fish, goats, alpacas,
Goodness me.
lots of animals.
And what was the inspiration behind the elective here that you teach?
A few years ago, the administration asked the students what electives they wanted to give them as much passion as possible.
Yep.
And the children, a large number of them, said they wanted to work with animals. So
Wow.
we've set up an elective. It's taken a few years, but we've slowly picked up lots of different animals. We base it around what the children ask us to have. So we're looking into getting a horse because
Oh,
that's the next
wow.
thing that everyone wants is a horse. So
What kind of benefits do you see in the kids as they're working with them in the class situation?
I think that it's the passion and the excitement that you get to work with animals is huge. But then caring for animals is very hard work, as we all know. So they're also learning to keep at it and put in, a good deal of effort as they're working with their animal.
Have you got any eager students that can show me around?
I absolutely do. I've got a couple of students. George and Alec will show you around the room and the rest of our grounds.
Beautiful.
Not at all. Thank you.
Thank you, Marge. George and Alec are both in Year 9 and know a thing or two when it comes to looking after these guys. So boys, you are my guides for the day. Which area are we in at the moment?
Well, this is basically where we keep reptiles in this room.
So who's this little guy?
This is our bearded dragon.
What do you do with the care of the animals that you've got here?
Basically, we just, every day they get fresh water, they get newspaper changed and new food and...
Socialising them, make sure that they're
yeah.
happy and healthy?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Great. What else have you got?
Yeah, we've got a bird-eating spider over here,
Wow.
who's...
That little guy can eat a bird.
like a
at his
baby
age.
chick that falls from a nest.
At his stage, he's still got a lot of growing to do.
Yeah, so they get palm your hand sort of size.
We've got a scorpion.
Yeah.
That's
to
a
catch him later.
Giant brown cockroach.
Yucky. And so his natural environment is leaves and
Leaves.
soil, I guess?
Yeah,
Dead leaves.
we basically
so,
give him
Yeah,
leaves every 2 years.
dead leaves sort of thing.
Every 2 years.
They don't need much, all they need is water.
Not every 2 years, but yeah. Yeah.
You're very low maintenance. Now you guys have to take these animals home on holidays, I assume. Who looks after them?
Just volunteers and things like if your parents are okay with it, you could take home the snakes or the scorpions or
Who takes home the snake?
Anyone that really gets it.
willing parents.
Willing parents. One that doesn't have a dog or a chook to munch on. Can I hold it, do you think?
Can.
Yeah.
Excellent. I've never held a snake before.
Would you like to hold our biggest one or?
Whichever one's not going to give me a nasty nip.
Oh, alright, that's easy.
That's all of them. All
Try
right.
Boston.
All right.
The other thing you have to be very conscious of with this exercise is that you want to build value for actually being low down on the ground. So anytime your dog stands up, the treats stop. All the treats start coming when the dog is in the down and crawling along the ground. So remember, it is important that you do have lots of treats in your hand and you're giving value for being a good girl in that position and sneaking paw by paw. This is a confidence boosting exercise. Some dogs, if you're expecting them to travel too far, will stand up because by standing up they'll get to the food quicker. If you reward you have a look at how small the paw movement is. There we go, and she gets a reward. There she goes, she gets a reward. She's only moving a little bit at a time. As your dog understands that, by moving my front feet, I get a reward, then you can start no food there and food on the second one. To get further distance from your dog, what you could do is make a little bit of a tunnel with your legs and get your dog on one side and get them crawling all the way through. Hi, Noodle. Good girl. You can only do it with a dog that sort of fits. If your dog's a bit big, you could use a dining chair or the coffee table. They can zoom underneath that. So that gets your dog sort of going a little bit further. There we go. Crawling. There you go, all the way through. Many dogs will only crawl if there's a food lure present first, so be sure to fade it as quickly as you can. I find that by adding a stop, To keep my dog low and then deliver the reward while they're still in position helps with their understanding of my requirements. Once your dog is crawling a short distance on the ground and understands to keep his body low, you can begin to add a command. You can use a word just like crawl, or maybe something a bit more fun and creative like sneaky sneaky, commando, or even creepy crawly. Once your dog knows this exercise, be sure that they only do it on a command. If you ask your dog to do a drop or a down, they need to stay in that position until you give them their sneaky sneaky command. Happy crawling, until next time.
Who have we got here, Alec?
This is Boston, one of our coastal carpet pythons.
Beautiful. And how are we going to do this?
Want to round your neck?
Yeah, all right. Oh, goodness.
So just supporting there.
Yep, got him.
And that's his head.
Oh, I've never held a snake before. They're actually not as heavy as I thought he'd be, to be honest. Oh, he's heading up higher. What happens if he wraps himself around my neck?
Or if he keeps wrapping around, if he treats you like prey, he will constrict. No, breathe out,
Squeeze
sorry.
a bit tighter.
He'll squeeze a bit tighter, and then you breathe out again and he'll squeeze a bit
squeezing.
tighter.
Wow.
Until you have no air.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's just how they kill.
Have you seen that happen in here with your rats that you've popped in?
Not
Obviously,
live.
euthanize them
Yeah.
first, yeah.
But we do see them like strike and constrict for a bit
Wow.
and swallow them.
What's your
Yeah.
grade on this point?
Is there a big old lump about here for about a
Depends on the
week?
size of the rat, really. Yeah. Sometimes.
Wow, it's amazing. Guys, what have we got here?
Oh, they're the baby rats.
Gorgeous. They're tiny.
Yeah.
It's as light as a feather. I can't even feel it.
Yeah, they're small baby rats.
They're actually younger
Yeah,
than
much
these.
younger.
How old are these guys?
A couple weeks now, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe
Wow.
Just getting
4
fur.
weeks.
Yeah.
So you breed them here?
Yeah, and then if people don't like purchase
attached
them,
to
buy them, and then we euthanize them and give them, freeze them and give them to snakes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a little circle of life, yeah, isn't it? Oh! Look at that!
Not only do they breed their own food, every enclosure here has been recycled or donated. And with a vision to take on even more species, they're always looking for more enclosures.
Boys, they don't want a bar of the handful of food I've got, but they're pretty keen on this. What are you feeding them?
This is ivy.
Ivy.
Yeah.
So the plant ivy, obviously.
Just the gardeners have pulled it out and we've nicked it.
Yeah, often,
And they're enjoying it?
yeah, when they mow the lawns, we give them
Yeah.
grass.
Very
and
good.
Blackberries and stuff.
How much do they go through a day, do you think?
As much as they want.
Yeah, often they.
Eating machines.
Yeah, basically.
Very good. And you've got, is it 2 adults and 2 babies?
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
Well, we bought 2 adults from
Goat farm.
goat farm, and we ended up not knowing like that they were pregnant or anything.
Just thought they were
Both of
fat.
them were pregnant.
Yeah. And so one day Alec
I walked in,
walked past and saw
check on them.
Scribbles just lying on the floor, tiny.
Oh, in a
With
gooey
some
little
straw.
mess. Gorgeous.
With-
So you got 4 for the price of 2.
Basically.
Well played.
good.
Well played. Well, they go through a lot of food if you let them. I bet they poop a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Whose job is that to clean it up?
Yours for today.
He's not joking.
That's a bit cheeky.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
He's not joking.
No, he's not.
All right, I will.
Have fun.
Cheeky boys, very cheeky. But I guess that's how initiatives like this stay afloat. Everyone lends a hand, so better get to work.
Nice to see you again, Megan.
Yeah, you too.
We've got your own dog, Maddie, here.
Yes, Maddie's about 12 and a half years old, and I've brought her here today to use the pool.
Excellent. And what are you hoping to, I suppose, gain from the use of this pool?
She has a little bit of arthritis in one joint, And just so that I don't overuse that joint running her and things like that, we use the pool for fitness and to keep up her mobility.
Excellent. This low impact exercise obviously is great for all dogs, but I suppose tends to come into its own a little bit when we're dealing with our geriatric or our older dogs, or any dog suffering from a joint disease like arthritis.
Absolutely. I won't tell her you called her geriatric, but yeah. And also too, as they become older, the weight becomes a bit of an issue, is keeping that weight off. Once upon a time, she would have walked for 4 or 6 hours. We can't do that anymore. So we use the pool for fitness for her now.
Yeah, you're right. A really good kind of, I suppose, high intensity, burns a lot of kilojoules.
Yep.
So a good way to keep that waistline. Joe, we've got one of your patients here, Rose. She's a Gordon setter. Would you be able to tell me a little bit about her history?
Yes, Rose lost her leg when she was a young puppy. She had an accident. And Rose comes here and uses the pool just for exercise to keep her back strong, to be able to support the leg that she's now missing, and to keep her front half nice and strong as well.
Excellent. Does she like it?
She loves it.
Absolutely. Rose does better than our 4-legged dogs at home. So I'm quite confident that she doesn't even know what she's missing.
That's really good to hear. So I'd love to see her in the water. Do you think she's ready?
Absolutely. Come, Rose.
Come on, Rose.
Come on.
This is very handsome Ralph, who you've been looking after for about a week, is that right?
Yes, Ralph is here with us for about a month this time. He's got hit by a car and broke his femur and dislocated his hip. He's actually now had a total hip replacement and has pins in his femur as well.
And Ralph, I suppose, from our discussions earlier, is the way he is at the moment really is due to a lack of rehabilitation after his surgery.
Yes.
You can have the best surgical correction in the world, but without good rehabilitation and good limb use after this sort of surgery, dogs can end up exactly like Ralph is now, with inability to really use the leg at all. Just from feeling his legs, his right back leg, where he had the surgeries done, feels half the size. And we call that disuse atrophy, where his muscles just are not or haven't been used at all, and they've just withered away to nothing. So it's your job now to get him using this leg much, much better than he is now.
Good boy, Ralphie. Oh, how good are you? Come on. Oh, good job.
Good boy, Ralph.
That's it. Oh, he's moving well, isn't he?
Joe, I've had a wonderful afternoon here, meeting you again and this fabulous facility, so thank you.
Thank you once again for coming down and introducing the new pool to everybody. It's been great, hasn't it, Ralph?
I'm very, very interested to know how Ralph and Lucy and the others go over the next few months. And testament to you for producing a pool like this. The dog pool is going to help so many owners and dogs that are in need to get them more mobile, get them healthier and happier.
That's great. I'm pretty happy with it, how it's all turned out.
I bet you are. And for more information on Aquapaws, please visit our website.